Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be discussing the upcoming Avengers game. And just let's get into it. So the Avengers game was a game I was kind of excited about until they revealed it properly. Now I don't know if it was because the reveal itself or the fact like it kind of felt like a Destiny-esque MMO light thingy with 4-player PvE missions, or I don't know, the fact that the combat kind of looked janky. Like it looked very janky. But it just turned me off. But there was another reveal about 3 hours ago at this point, at the point where I started writing this, and I have warmed up to the game a little bit more after seeing what it had to offer. Now, in this stream, many things were revealed, and I'll be breaking down in order of everything that was revealed in that stream. So, right in the beginning, they discussed the beta. Now, this stream was specifically about the beta that's about to come, and they revealed everything that will be coming in beta and in general with the game. So in the beta, we get to play the first mission that we saw in the original reveal, the Avengers A-Day mission, which just feels like D-Day with a different name. Yeah, not very original there. But yeah, we play as all the characters. So I guess we play as Black Widow, we play as Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America. Yeah, those are the characters. Now, Kamala Khan, should I say Kamala Khan or should I say Kamala Khan? Because the trailer always says it's Kamala Khan, but since it's kind of an Indian name or like an Indian subcontinent name at the very least, we say it as Kamala Khan. So I don't know how to pronounce that. Kind of confused there. But yeah, we get to play as these 6 heroes essentially. And after the mission, which they said it would be a 25-minute long mission, we also get to play as individual heroes in their own single player missions. Now they said that they obviously don't have the entire campaign. This is a beta, not the full version of the game. So they selected parts of the game that would work well, that would kind of show off what the game has to offer. And we get to play as all the heroes, so that's nice. Then they say that, then they go on to the part where the main meat of this game lies. Actually, that's what I think the game will be about, and that is the whole MMO thing, MMO light thing. So kind of this looks like a Destiny Division thing. Obviously, it's not a shooter per se. I mean, there is a lot of melee combat, but there is also ranged combat. It's kind of different. It is obviously trying to do something entirely different. I'm saying the structure of the game kind of looks like a looter shooter. So yeah, so we got what we are going to get in the beta are 2 different types of these missions, and they went into some detail about what we might expect. So now at first they said that we can play with 4 heroes in this beta. So one is Kamala Khan, one is Iron Man, then Black Widow and the Hulk. Now there are 2 kinds of missions. The first one is the harm rooms. And harm does not mean the word harm. It's an acronym for holographic augmented reality machines, or just someone in the writing team who said, how can we make harm into an acronym? So it's a horde mode. We have seen these kind of gameplay and literally and every other kind of these games. It's a horde mode. So it is literally the very definition of a horde mode. So I don't know what more to say about it. I mean, we fight against increasingly difficult enemies and try not to die. That's all there is. And now this is obviously a virtual simulation. This is not a reality. And so I'm assuming, and they also said something about this can be used for training and learning the moves. So I guess that is what it's mostly going to be used for. It's kind of like, in that case, it's kind of like how terrorist hunt missions work in Rainbow Six Siege. Essentially, they are in the game, but they only serve the purpose of training you for the actual meat of the game, which I feel is the second kind of missions, which are the war zones. Now, war zones, from what I saw in this trailer, they feel like your typical mission straight out of Destiny or Division. So they have some amount of story behind them, but it's also a very generic mission. So I feel like this game will live or die based on these missions and how varied the locations are, how varied the objectives are, and how in general the combat flows. And also, obviously, how varied the enemies are. Now, we did see a point in the trailer where they said that in the final game there are going to be 50 different types of enemies. Now, I don't know how long the game can carry this variety. So, there is that. Again, we don't know anything about the game. We actually haven't played the game before. I'll get to that part later on. Now, we have an option to play this solo with teammates or with AI teammates. So, and also more on that later in this video. Just hold on. This is the third video I'm recording in like 1.5 hours. My voice is gone. My voice is just gone. I had a pretty crappy day on top of that. But anyway, the gear system looks something out of Destiny, with each piece of gear having its own power level. But something I found nice was the skill section. Now, in Destiny, or what little I've played of Destiny, we have ultimates, but we don't really have skills per se. Now, this game has ultimates. In fact, the Hulkbuster armor is the ultimate for Iron Man, but it doesn't have individual skills that we can use in combat. Now, how much it will help in varying up the combat, how it will remove the grind, because in these kind of games, the worst thing you can encounter is the grind. And when I say grind, I mean literally the damage sponge enemies, which was a huge problem in Division, which was a huge problem in Destiny 2 when it launched. At first, when I played Destiny. So Destiny 2, when it went free to play, obviously I played a bit of it, but I even had a free copy back in battle.net when they first gave away that free copy while releasing an expansion. So yeah, at that time I found it to be really grindy, but it's much better now. I might even start playing it actually. I kind of liked the game. So yeah. So in that way, it kind of, the variety of the moves will kind of, even if the enemies are kind of damage sponges, I'm saying kind of way too much. Even if the enemies are damage sponges, I feel like if the moves are varied enough, then maybe we won't feel like the combat is way too repetitive, which kind of happens in these, which tends to happen in these sorts of games. Why am I saying kind of so much? I don't know. Kind of seems to be the crutch word for me. But anyway, my command of English is not that good. But moving on from that, and that the skills and all brings me to my next point, which is about AI teammates. Now, how does skills factor into AI teammates? So what they did, and I find this incredibly brilliant by the way, is that when you play with the AI teammates, now we have seen AI teammates in many games. I'm going to use one of the worst examples of AI teammates I have seen, and that would be Ubisoft's Ghost Recon. You can take Wildlands or the upcoming Breakpoint, because I'm pretty damn sure it's going to work in the exact same way. So in Wildlands, the teammate AI did its job, but it wasn't very good or bright or anything other than stupid. Now in this case, what they have done is, the AI that is going to fight with you is going to use the characters that you have customized. So essentially, if my Hulk, I was playing as Hulk before, and my Hulk has learned some very specific skills that I want him to learn, and he has some very specific gear that I want him to have, then he will fight in a very specific way that I was using him to fight as. Now when the AI takes over, they are taking over the characters that we have created. So it is our Iron Man, it is our Black Widow, or it is our Captain America that is going to show up in this game. And so they are going to fight in the way that we have customized them to fight. So we might even have a lot of control over the AI teammates in the way we customize our builds, in the way we customize how these characters are supposed to play, in terms of what skills are unlocked and all that. And I feel like if implemented correctly, this could be a huge step up over anything we have seen in terms of AI teammates so far. Now, it could fall flat on its face. It could be nothing exciting. We don't know that yet. But if done correctly, it could be excellent. And that is kind of one of the reasons why I'm excited. Now, Obviously, one of the reasons why I really need the AI teammates is because I have no friends. No, seriously, I mean, I do have friends, but the thing is, they are not many, and the friends that I do have usually end up buying different games. So many of my friends obviously play Siege. You might have seen some of the videos on my channel where I play with my friends. And then one of my friends is miles away from his computer, only has a Switch right now, and he's playing Pokemon on it. So yeah, not all of my friends are going to buy the same game. So having these kind of smart AI teammates might actually help my enjoyment of the game, because usually I just end up playing alone anyway. And the thing is, even when I have friends who want to play with me, which is sometimes the case in Rainbow Six, in fact, that is always the case in Rainbow Six. I cannot even disable the do not disturb mode on Uplay without someone messaging me about coming to play. I don't know. I'm not that good of a player, but I am just, I am very nice as a human being. So many people like to play with me. Well, I'm somewhat popular, I guess. But moving on from that. So now they also announced some post-launch content, which is okay to me. I mean, they were pretty clear from day one that this is going to be a live service game. They never let anyone have any false expectations as to, what we were expecting from the game. From day one, they were like, this is going to have post-launch content. This is going to be a live service game. We are going to support it for however many years they are going to support it. Now, I can see why they would do that, why they would reveal this, but yeah, they did reveal the first hero that is going to come with the live service, and that is Hawkeye. Now, what is interesting is what they said about the heroes, in that these heroes will have their own single player missions. Now you can play them as co-op as well, but those are essentially single player story missions like the one we are getting in the main game. Now, how I think this would work is something like Siege combined with something like Destiny or Division. So now in Siege, if you guys have played Rainbow Six Siege, first of all, if you guys haven't played Rainbow Six Siege, try your luck. Maybe it would work. I mean, I know for one of my friends, it never works. I mean, I don't know what the hell he's doing, but every time he tries to play Siege, the Siege servers don't work. He's literally the anti-Siege person. I don't know what the hell. But yeah, you have my recommendation on trying out Rainbow Six Siege. But what I mean is, it has content updates every 3 months. So there's a new season every 3 months, and we get new operators every 3 months. Now in this case, we might get heroes, so Avengers, in every 3 months. So we get one Avenger, we get some single player, so like one big single player mission, so with that we get accustomed to that player, to that character. We get to know about his skills and stuff, and then we can use him in the multiplayer aspect. Now I don't know if there's going to be PvP in this one. I doubt there's going to be a PvP in this one. The game doesn't look structured to be a PvP game, but I might be wrong. But it seems like they are going to add hero in. Sorry, they are going to add a hero in every 3 months or so. Because from what we saw in the trailer, there are 4 of the DLC heroes. So 4 divided by 12 is 3. That's what I'm going for here. They could also do this thing where they release 2 together and then they wait 6 months and they release 2 and 2 more. But it just feels like it makes more sense that they release one hero in every 3 months. That way the game will keep having content and the game will keep getting updated. And nowadays, multiplayer games need to be updated. Like, you cannot even imagine a game like Fortnite or a game like GTA Online or a game like Rainbow Six Siege, as I've mentioned before, Division, Destiny, any multiplayer game that you see, if they are not updating regularly, they are pretty much dead. The thing that happened with Red Dead Online. So now they are going to update it, and it makes sense that they update it every 3 months. So now moving on from that. Now they also talked about some late game missions. I mean, these are not in the beta, but these are going to be in the main games. Things like hives and boss layers. Now this just feels like this is going to be the end game content. Now in terms of these MMO light games, they usually have something to grind in the end game, and these feels like the end game missions. So like you go to a lair, you kill many enemies, then you face off against a boss, there's a huge boss battle, that sort of a thing. Now what's important is, again, you can do these missions solo, you can do these missions with some teammates, like normal human teammates, or you can do it with the AI with your own customized loadout. So yeah, this might just be great. So this feels like a raid. So a raid like we have in Destiny or the Division 2 specifically. So yeah, this feels like a raid. So the beta is coming on August 7th for the PS4 for the people who have pre-ordered it. It's coming out on Xbox and PC on August 14th, again for the people who have pre-ordered the game. Now the open beta where everyone gets to play it, again PlayStation is getting it a week earlier on August 14th, and rest of us folks get it on August 21st. Now given the tilt in releasing content for PlayStation first, and if I am not mistaken, this game was actually revealed during a PlayStation conference, so I feel like PlayStation is going to get the content earlier, like every single DLC is going to come a week earlier on PlayStation. It sucks, but that's how it is with the industry, so I don't really know what to say here. And of course they saved their biggest and the best announcement for the last. So by playing the beta, you unlock skins on Fortnite. Yeah, that game can go fuck itself, and please do not bring that garbage near me. I am never ever going to play that game ever again. It is a garbage game that, okay, I don't want to insult anyone for this, but if you are still playing Fortnite, dude, please play something better. There are so many better games. But anyway, all the hating on Fortnite aside, so what do you feel about this game? Do let me know down in the comments below. What do you feel about this game? Are you actually excited for this game? Would you like to play it with me? I mean, I do need some people to play it with. Will you be downloading the open beta? I mean, I will have an open beta content because, hey, it's free. So you can't complain if someone is giving you something for free. And maybe if it actually works on my computer, if it actually works on my potato, then I might actually buy this. Now, I am short on money. I don't really earn much, if at all. So I need to pick and choose what I'm going to buy. So if I'm going to buy Valhalla, it makes sense I would buy the gold edition because it's Assassin's Creed, it's going to have story DLCs, and I might as well play those story DLCs, and it just makes sense to have a full complete package. I might skip Watch Dogs Legion for now, I might get it on a sale. I am definitely buying Cyberpunk because that is probably going to be my game of the year. I'm not even going to lie. I am a huge Assassin's Creed fan, but yeah, I am excited about Cyberpunk more. And this game might just, slip through the cracks for me. If I enjoy the open beta, I might consider buying it. But yeah, that's where I stand with this game. So like the video if you find it informative. If you like what I'm talking about. Subscribe to my channel for more content coming. I have a few videos down in the pipeline. So obviously this is one. I will have a Siege video as well about the Jaeger problem in Siege. An Assassin's Creed video is literally being rendered in the background right as I speak. And so if you want to see any of these content, stay tuned to my channel. Subscribe for more content like this. And peace.